Hi guys, are you able to hear me? So today I want to discuss.
Yes, Satish.
Okay, today I want to discuss basically on string manipulation, which we discussed previously, but we didn't cover much. So I need to cover all the things. So I'm starting again from the string manipulation. So we'll see. We had three verbs in string manipulations basically. Basically, it consists of inspect, unstring, string. So these are the three basically which are used in the string manipulation. The questions with respect to all three verbs are important in the interview. You will get for sure all three questions in the interview. So if you are not able to understand the question topic, please ask so that I will repeat. Okay. So these are the compulsory questions in the interview. You should able to understand all three topics. Okay. So let's start with inspect basically. So inspect is basically used to as the statement says, it is used to replace or count or convert a string of a set of characters basically. So when a string is given, if you want to count the number of characters or a particular character, or replace a particular character or a set of characters, or convert some characters, then in Cobol we use inspect verb. So that is how the inspect verb basically used for. So inspect verb consists of three verbs basically, which is tallying, replacing, and converting. So let's take a variable which is having value as 4a's, 4b's, and yy. So if we need to tally, what does tally is? If we want to count all three or four a's in the this variable, then we use tally. So let's say if we want to replace this all a's with y, then we use replacing option. Let's say if you need to convert a ab, right, the ab in the string, then we use converting. Basically that is the basic concept of converting, tallying, replacing. So let me explain one by one what is tallying. Tallying we may even call it as count. So how does the tallying syntax looks like is inspect, ws name, tally, tally counter. This is the variable used to count the characters for all a. Here, what does a all a means? We need to calculate all a's in this variable. So all a after initial b, after initial b. So after initial b, we call this as before, and if there are any a's after b, then we call that as after. So that is what basically. So here the three characters are present after b. So the count should we should get the tally count as three. That is the basic functionality of tallying or count. Any questions here with respect to this? So let's take one example with respect to tallying count and verify whether we are getting proper results. And if you have any questions with respect to that, also we can you can ask. So basically, I have taken a program which consists of the value ws name, and its length is 30 characters, and the value is this one. So with respect to this, I need to count of all a after before initial x. So with respect to that, I need to get the count. If you see before x, how many characters of a is present? Three are present. So if you look at the result, we are getting three. So what does this do? Basically, we are declaring a tally counter which will hold the number of characters in that string. Basically, what are the characters we are trying to count, that is present here. So the syntax is inspect ws name. Tallying means basically counting. Where does the count stays? Ws tally count, the count will stay for all a. We are counting all a before x, initial x. So whatever the characters of a are present, how many characters of a are present before x, that will be calculated and that will be shown in the output. So if you see here, display count, ws tally count have given. So here the tally count is what calculating the count. So it is present in this tally count only. So that is what I am displaying. So you get tally count 3. That is the basic concept of tallying count. So you will the question will be like how do I calculate number of characters in a string, what would be the answer for you that in with respect to COBOL? That would be the basic question with respect to this inspect. We had multiple questions. I'll be discussing down the line, but basically that is the basic answer. So if you look at after, before, after, after also is there. If you want to check after functionality, we can basically include some characters here, a character, because we are checking a. So after initial x, after x, how many a's are present? That is what the basic program need to calculate. So I have given 2, so it is calculating. If I give 3, it will be calculating 3. So that is the basic functionality of tally count. So this tally count should be always declared in the working storage variable. Okay, this is the basic count how we do execute. So if with respect to that, we got as we are counting 3 characters, we got output as 3. So have explained you basically after also and before. So both the example I have given and explained, and even I ran that example. Okay. So there is one question previously in the class, how do we calculate all characters in the string? Because we previously were using after and before, but if we need to calculate every a in the string, then what is the functionality? So basically all a we will be using. For all a, basically we will be using. You should remove this basically. Let me run this so that you will able to understand that. So here I declared a variable. Basically, the program in the program I have given a variable which is having before x a 3 characters of a, after x 4 characters of a. So I need to calculate all the characters of a. How many a's are present in the string? That is the basic functionality. So for that, you should not give any after or before class. Basically, for all a, that should be the basic thing. So if you count here, we had before we had 3, after we had 4. So we got total count of 7. That is the total basically. Okay. Along with this count, we will have one question in the interviews. How do we calculate total count of a string? Let's say this is a string, and the total length of the string is 30. So how do we calculate all the characters in the string? This would be the one important question in the interview. How do you calculate the length of a string? So basically, the length of the string is being calculated. If you given here, I have declared the WS name as x of 30, and I am calculating that. Inspect WS name tally count for all characters. So what does the function do is basically it will calculate all the characters in the string. So it doesn't mean that all the characters which are present in the string only will be displayed, because as we declared the variable as x of 30, the 30 length will be displayed. That is the basic functionality of inspect. It will not display these characters, the count of these characters. So then we need to have a COBOL logic to achieve this. But you remember this, if we need the total length of this variable, this is how we do in the COBOL program. We can identify by the I by looking at the variable name, but we can identify. But if program need to identify what is the length of variable, this would be the proper procedure to identify the length of a variable. For a given variable, what will be the length of a variable? Then inspect WS name tally counter for all characters. So here what does this inspect do is it will take these characters, along with these characters, remaining all characters, it will take spaces. So all these spaces will be considered and it will display as static. That is what basically the inspect is giving us. Any questions here? Rashekar, Sunil, Raghu, Madhavi, any questions? Because this would be the basic concept with respect to how do we count number of characters in a string. We'll have this will be the basic concept, because if you understand this, then only you can able to write the logic to find the number of these characters in a string. If you want to find the length of these characters, then this should be the basic concept which you need to understand. Then only you will understand further logic. So
How to find
as
exact count?
pardon.
How to find exact count that
That is
characters
what
in? No?
I'll
Like,
let you know, but you understand this basic concept, right? I'll explain you how
okay.
to find the exact count. There needs a COBOL logic need to be implemented. So I will explain that, but you first to understand that concept, you need to understand this. Why we are
Okay.
getting 30, you should understand why we are getting 30, because the length of the variable is 30. Due to that, we are getting 30. Why 30? Because in storage, it will take all the spaces also. So with respect to spaces also, inspect will count, and it will give us the count. Due to that only, it is giving 30. So that is the basic concept here. Are we good here?
Okay.
So I will explain that concept which you are asking at the last, because that would be one important question in the interview. How you would find the length of a given string? That would be the basic question. I will explain that in the last of the, once you understand all this inspect replacing, inspect with replacing, and inspect with converting also. Okay. So let's go for replacing. How does replacing works, and what is the basic functionality of replacing? So replacing is used to like replace or change a set of characters in a string. Let's say if this is a string, I need to change a b, then we use replacing verb. Okay. That means the a set of characters, or a substring also we can say, a partial string also we can say. If you want to replace a partial string or a substring or a set of characters, then we should go for replacing. So basic replacing syntax is inspect wa string, replacing all ab by xy. So here all ab's will be changed to xy. That is the basic functionality. Let's run this code and understand the logic how it works. If you are unable to grasp it, I will explain you that. So basically, I have taken a variable AB, CB, CD. So I'm replacing AB with XY. So this should be changed like XZ, CB, CD, because A is not present here with respect to CB. So it is not AB, it is CB. So these last four characters should not change. First four characters should be changed like XZ, CB, CZ. That is the basic functionality. Okay. Let's execute and see whether we are getting that output or not. So if you see, all AB is changed to XZ. Let's see if you want to replace ABC. Okay. So I want to replace ABC. Okay. I given ABC here, and I'm replacing with XZ. Let's try that, whether it is able to do that or not. So basically, what does it say is the source string and the target string are not matching. So basically, it should be all three characters should present. Okay. So if you see here, ABC is changed by XZY. Remaining AB is not changed. Okay. Here also C is there. Due to that ABC, ABC. Let's give some other thing instead of D. Okay. Okay. Somehow recently this the application which we are running is taking time. Yesterday also I tried. It is taking a little bit time, but bear with me. To understand the concept, we need to wait. Basically, so ABD should be changed to XZY. Remaining the string should present as it is. That should be the basic output. I'm just trying to reload it. line not delimited by what? That is not a problem. If you see here, the string is ABD, ABC, ABC, what? ABD, ABC, BCD, right? So only ABD got replaced. Remaining all are as is. ABD, ABC, BCD, ABC, BCD. So only ABD got changed. So that is the basic functionality of replacing. Any questions here, team? So let's go for what converting logic. So what does the converting do is it is just replace one character or multiple characters. It is not a combination of characters, it is only one character. If we want to replace whatever the characters A is present, that should be replaced by X. Whatever the characters B is present, that should be replaced by Z. Then we use converting option. If we need AB conversion, like AB, occurrence of AB need to be changed to XY, then we will go for replacing. Only one character need to be replaced with one character. A should be replaced with X, the B should be replaced with Z. Then we go for converting. Are we able to understand, guys? Here, any questions you have? Converting and replacing difference. Here we will go for a set of characters or a substring. What I mean by set of characters is one or more characters. The combination of characters we will go, but here we will go for with individual characters. If A need to be replaced, that should be given A should be replaced with X, B should be replaced with Z. That is the basic concept here. Let's run and see what output we are getting here. Okay. So if you see previously AB, CB, CD is there. When I use replacing, what I got is, let's write that also if required. You will able to understand the difference. Let's write this also. String one and the string are having same data. So for string one, I am using replacing. For string, I am using converting. Okay. Let's display string one also. So if you look at replacing, let's give that. You will understand. For string, we are converting, right? Let's give that. It will be easy for you to understand. So when you are using converting, it is taking single character and it is replacing. So if you look at the source string of converting, which is string AB, AB, CB, CD. So here all A's are changed to X, all B's are changed to Z. If you look at CB, CB also changed to CZ. That is the basic functionality of converting. It will take one character at a time and it will convert that into the specified target character and it will display output. But when coming to replacing, it will take these two as one replacing. So these two will be looked in the string. Here AB two times is present. No other ABs are present. Only first two ABs will be converted here. XZ. That is how the conversion happens with respect to replacing and converting. Any questions here, guys? Are we good here? Converting, replacing, count, tally. Guys, please tell me if you have any doubt. This would be one important question in the interviews. If you are able to understand, then you can answer that. Good. So Let's take one example, one interview question. Basically, I have seen this being asked multiple times in the interviews. How do you convert like capital letters to small letters in a string, or small letters to capital letters? This would be using a Cobol. So, how do you convert that? Let's say a string is having all capital letters, and if you want to replace that with small letters, how do you do that? Same thing vice versa, all small letters is present in the string. So how do you achieve converting that into a capital letters with respect to JCL and Cobol? So JCL basically we use sort cards. So wherever the characters are present, let's say the record length is 1 to 10, so we need to change all the characters from 1 to 10 from uppercase to lowercase. Here you represent uppers to lowercase. If you are writing from lower to upper, then it should be L to U. That should be the basic difference from upper to lower, lower to upper. So this would be the sort basically in JCL. How do we do that logic in JCL? While explaining sort, you will able to understand what is sort and how we are doing. But remember this point: how we convert from lowercase to uppercase in sort. I mean, in JCL is we use a sort card, and we use a transaction transformation basically that represent uppercase to lowercase. This should be the your basic answer when you are explaining with respect to sort card. But coming to Cobol, there are two ways to do that. One is with respect to inspect verb, other one is function lowercase to because input file field is having all uppercase characters. We are using a lowercase function, and to convert that into lowercase, and then we are moving that into output field. So this is one Cobol internal function basically. Apart from that, we can achieve that with respect to inspect also. Let's try that how we are doing with respect to inspect with our program. Okay, let's take replacing program, one replacing program. Okay, let's take the same example. So here, what is the replacing we are using? String one, right? String one is having all characters, all letters in capital letters. So I want all letters in small letters. So replacing all AB by small a, small b. Okay, small c should be small c, and d should be small d. C and D. So I'm just replacing capital A with small a, capital B with small b, capital C with small c, and D. Just replacing the it does nothing else. It will do. It will change from capital letters to small letters. What's happening? Replacing all A, B, C, D. Wait, guys. Let's try this. B, C, D. Okay. Let's execute this. Previously, this didn't. It does not work. Why? Okay. Okay. So why it is not working with respect to inspect is sorry, replacing works only with set of characters, like. So it is taken AB combination, it has taken and it is converted into small letters. So but converting will work at a single character level. So if you look at the here, the converting logic changed from capital letters to small letters. So this should be one basic question they will be asking. So you should be answering that converting with respect to inspect converting logic, we can able to convert from lowercase to uppercase, uppercase to lowercase. That is the basic answer you should give in the interviews. That reverse also we can do. Basically here small a b c d, and here capital A B C D, and the string representation should present all letters in the small letters. That should be the basic answer with respect to converting from lowercase to uppercase, uppercase to lowercase. That is the basic answer you should give. Are we good here, team? Any questions with respect to this question? I request you to write all these questions in a separate notebook, because if you write all these questions which I am highlighting in a yellow color in a separate notebook, during interview you will be able to crack that interview easily without any like working hard. You can easily crack that interviews. So I request all of you to maintain one separate notes or separate PS notepad, something like that, to understand this basic interview questions. Okay, are we good here? So the same example which I have just ran, I'm taking like lower to upper, upper to lower. Here I have given all characters in the capital letters, all in the small letters. So I inspect with converting small all capital letters to small letters, and here all small letters to capital letters. So this is what output we will get, to lower to upper. So that is the basic concept here. Guys, any questions? Please ping in the chat if you don't have any questions, or if you have any questions, let me know. I'm getting only one ping always. Why others are not pinging, I'm not able to understand. Sunil, Raghu, Rashekar, are we good here, guys? Are you listening?
Yes, Satish. Yes, Satish.
Okay. So this is one interview question which you guys are asking previously. I